This is Analytical Check. So I keep telling people, join my Discord, join so-and-so's Discord. And everyone says, well, I don't know how to use it. I tried to use it. Or people join and they just don't really feel comfortable with it. So I thought today what we would do is we would show everybody a little bit about how to use Discord. So just gonna switch over to the screen with Discord in just a sec. All right. So Freedom Work actually helped me out with this video. So you can see he's still on. I'm gonna go through what everything is. I'm gonna start with the left and I'm gonna move over to the right. So right now I am here. I'm in my direct messages, this top area, the friend area. I can go to friends and that'll show me like who are my friends that are online, who am I trying to be friends with, or they're trying to be friends with me, and anyone I might have blocked. One person I blocked apparently. All right. So then here, oh, also below this, these are all of my direct messages. Anybody, so when I click on these people, it's going to come, if I click on Freedom Work, you're going to see me and him coordinating. He was, we're going to try to do the video more together than we're doing it, but he couldn't hear me because when I'm running the recording software, which is OBS, my voice comes across and the voice channel is extremely garbled. So I just had him set up some examples that I wanted to be able to point to. And so if I click on different people, you'll see these are my private messages with those people. All right. So here, this line, now that we've covered this area, what this brings up, this line as you go down, these are servers. So a person creates a server and then they set up that server. So you click on this server. This is a server I created for everybody. I'm going to put a link to the description for you to be able to join this. This is also a server I created. As you can see, you can hover over them and see what they're called. So this white area right here, that means that's the server you're on. That's the server you have selected right now. So all of these channels I created, because this is a server I created, I set up all of these channels. You can also give moderators and administrators permission to do this stuff. Usually admins have permission to set up channels and mods just have permission to like delete messages and stuff. So this brings up this line, and then right here is the actual, so these are channels, they're like different topics. So this right here is the meat of what's in that channel. So if I click on another channel, say announcements, you're gonna have, these are the announcements. Over here, what you have is it's actually, you can see that it was lit up kind of white. This is the member list, the people list. So if someone is a moderator, that's because I made them a moderator. The fact that the moderators are blue, that's something I set up. People who are members, you'll notice that some are red and some are yellow. The ones that are yellow are content creators. So that's, I set that up. You know, not every server is going to set that up. Some servers don't set up rules. Other servers do. Some servers set up rules, but they don't change the colors of the person's name. So you can't change your own name. I mean, there's some exceptions where they can set it up for you to be able to do that, but usually you can't. And usually the color of your name is tied to your permission level. So as you can see, my stuff comes up as light yellow or light blue, sorry. Woohoo! So light blue is for admins, darker blue is for mods, yellow is for content creators, red is for members. I have a colorless rule for location. I have a few more besides USA. We have, I think, Europe. Yeah, European. And I also set up South African. So, but that's something that I set up. Not everybody is going to set up like where you're located. I just thought that would be helpful for people. And when you're on a desktop, it doesn't work on a mobile, but when you're on a desktop, as you can see, you can click on people's names and you get all of their rules. And I'm going to go ahead and, since FreedomWork helped me out. By the way, FreedomWork is, he's the moderator of, one of the moderators on Tree of Logic's YouTube channel and Discord server. So you can see he has a really cool 4-digit tag. But anyway, so also I can pull him up. I can view his profile, and it's going to give user note. So I can put, this note is only going to be for me. So I can put this in. That's helpful for people who change their name a lot. You put their real name in there, or, you know, mutual servers. So it shows all the servers that he and I have in common. And he and I do not have any mutual friends on Discord. And so you can see, if I click on another server, it's going to change. There's different channels. So, and you might notice that both of these servers have like announcements and introductions. That's because both of these are servers that I set up. The creator server is for basically for YouTubers, but like if someone's kicked off of YouTube but they're making content for Twitch, Minds, PewTube, whatever, I would theoretically let bloggers in, but I don't think I have any bloggers on there. This is Anthony Brian Logan, has a Discord server. He also has a YouTube channel, so you can totally check him out. I'll link him in the description. This is Tree of Logics. I'm going to skip. This is a private server of mine. Now you see here, this is gray because somebody put a message on that server. I keep my stuff. I keep my servers. I normally keep my notifications of messages cleaned out. And if a server is too busy, this is, and you don't have to actually be on it. Back to here. Even if you're not on that server, I can go right click. It's going to bring up this menu. If there's more messages, I like to keep my notifications clean. I like to always have my notifications gone through. So if a server is more active than I want to keep up with too much, you can mute the server. You can still see the server. So you can see this is Tree of Logic server is muted because there's more messages than I want to check. But if I click on it and someone left a message, see there's a message in the logs area. So I can still see that it's still, I can mute the server and it won't give me these notifications, but it will give me channel notifications. And then you can also, you can mute a specific channel, and then I can turn around and unmute the server. And then now I would only get, I would only get a notification if a message was in another channel. So even when I click on this, it's not going to tell me whether or not there are messages here. I have to actually click on the channel to see any messages in that channel. All right. Moving on. Now, you'll see this one has, you might see up here, what we have is the little Discord emblem has 2 on it. So that means there are 2 messages where I am tagged. Specifically, we're all familiar with tagging from sites like Twitter and Facebook. So that's actually Freedomwork went ahead and, because he was helping me out with this video, he tagged me in 2 different channels because so that I could demonstrate that to you guys. So I'm going to click on, and you can tell like the 2 is for the location. So like say I was tagged on another server as well, I would have a number with red there. So I have 2 different tags on this server. This is actually my private server. Now I asked him to do 3 different channels. I asked him to do so I already got 1 notification out of the way. You can see that the number bumped down to 1 from 2. Now if I click off, it doesn't have the notification here, but if I click off here, I haven't acknowledged this one. So if I click off here, it should go back to saying 1. So there's still messages and 1 tag. This is another server where somebody left a message, but I'm not tagged. So this is just messages, and this is messages, and this is messages where I'm tagged. But it doesn't have to be me. So what I'm going to show you is he tagged me right here. So by me acknowledging that, that took care of that tag. So that tag came out of my notifications. So now, oh, and another thing you can do is, you want to know where the tag is? You can go like this. So this right here, I should have covered that. This is something, I don't use this, so I don't really know. It's some kind of unread indicators. Pinned messages. So if somebody pins a message, trying to think, there should be pinned messages on here. I don't really know. Let's see. This is a semi-open server, so no pinned messages. I guess here. I don't think do I have any pinned? I have pinned messages here. So you pin messages. If you hover over the message, you can jump to it. You can see I hovered here, and then I have the ability to jump to that message. So, see, jump. And that's what it does. And it gives you a little preview in the pinned message area. Alright. So back to, so pinned messages, member list, tuck it away, bring it back. You can search. I love the search. The search was not there when I first joined Discord. They put that in like maybe 3 months after I joined Discord. So before that, I would always use the browser version instead of the app version so that I could control F to find stuff. But now control F, whether you're on the browser or the app version, will trigger the search box. Also, just a little note, if you end up using the voice chat, it only works on the app and Chrome. It does not work in Firefox, and it does not work in Microsoft Edge. It does not work in Internet Explorer. Just a heads up. That's kind of a side note. And like I said, this is where you can see where your mentions are. There's also this little tab here for help. It's not always helpful, but and after you've watched this video, you can also, if you're on one of my servers, you can ask me you can ask questions of me. Or let's say you're not a political person, so you're not going to join my servers, and you just happen to stumble upon my Discord tutorial. Probably on the servers you're on, you could just ask. Somebody will probably be able to help you. Usually moderators and admins also know how to use Discord, and so usually they are willing to help you out. Somebody who's, been on the server a while, those people can usually help you out on how to do stuff. So now I'm also going to show you, I can either go here and click on this channel, because that's where, but I can also go to the mentions and look, jump. And when I jumped, you'll also notice that the one went away here. When I click off this server, there's no longer going to be that one for a tag. So the tag could mean you personally. This is when I was trying to do a tutorial the other day, and I actually didn't record my sound. I did the whole thing with my mic on mute. So this is actually my other screen name. I was typing as I was doing it. I was tagging myself and stuff and explaining it. So when I acknowledge this channel, see, it still has this, and it's still gonna have that because there's a message on another server. But when I go to this right here, this message channel, SGW suck. So then when I click off that server, you're gonna see there's no like gray ball or whatever on the side here to indicate an unread message. But like I said, you can also mute a channel if it's too busy and you don't want to, because I like to keep my notifications cleared out. So, and then there's a message on another server, and it just happens to be the same channel I was in. These will stay when you go to a server. It's always going to bring you to the last channel that you were in on that particular server. So this is the last channel I was in. So actually, before I launched the tutorial, I picked out channels that wouldn't reveal too much privacy. So there's another thing I wanted to cover. I have more servers than this. So where my cursor is right now, I left click, and then I use the down arrows, and that's how I can get to the bottom of my servers if you join too many servers. That's actually a hint that I don't think a lot of people know that one. I think on a Mac there's actually a scroll bar, but on PCs there isn't, and I'm not sure how it works on on phones. I've used the phone app, but not too much. Like, I know that the channels and the members, they lay over. This is the heart of where you're working. They lay over that, so you have no choice but to tuck them away when you're not using them. And I don't think on a PC, I don't think you can even tuck this area away. But on a phone, you have to tuck this side away. Otherwise, it actually comes over. So it comes over, and it's going to cover, like, a good chunk of the message is probably going to cover, like, half of this dude in the... Allow me to explain the Constitution to you as he's eating a Tide Pod. And that's actually incorrect. I'm noticing this meme. I was the one who posted it. You can also see my name is different colors on different servers. So this is, excuse me, this is somebody else's server. So these are the rules they gave me. I have rules here, but the rules don't have any color. I don't know. I don't think there's any rules here. Yeah, this person didn't set up rules at all, I don't think. They even have, normally people separate out their bots. Like I said, all of this stuff is based on how the person who makes the server, and maybe their admins, it's based on how they set stuff up. So, I was actually the one who posted this. So she has me yellow for YouTube. I think I came up with the idea to call creators yellow. Maybe I changed it because of her, but I thought yellow is a good color for creators because, like, chickens hatching eggs and stuff. So like on this server, I hardly ever go on here. I can find a message from myself. So this is another demonstration of how to use the search. I start typing my name. So that's like a pink. I can jump to my message. Oops. This is during this is a screenshot. That's why my avatar was different. That was a message from Passover, because for Passover I changed my avatar. I put matzah behind my avatar instead of gray as kind of like a Passover thing. So these are screenshots of me having posted something at that time. And so this is the role that I have on that server. So you can see different servers, your name is going to be a different color. So and then I'm going to scroll back up. I don't know if you saw what I did, but I clicked between two servers again, where you get your cursor to where you're an arrow, because if you're a finger, that means you're going to select that server. So clicked here, and then the up arrow button on my keyboard. So I think I've covered everything. You type here. This is where you type your message. Let's see. There's a little scroll bar here to go up. Test. And this is a server where I'm on myself. I just literally made this test roll because I was looking for colors. I actually, yeah. So, and all of these channels, like I said, those are set up by the mods, the admins. Different servers are going to have different channels. And offline. Oh, the reason why I'm online but it's showing me offline. Let's see. I am on invisible mode right now. So I'm going to go, and now I'm visible. You can do that. And it's supposed to signify being like, don't bother me. But usually people will still message you when you have that. I find that going invisible is a better way to get people to not send you messages when you're trying to do something else. Now, you'll notice that I no longer have any notifications here. I didn't draw attention to it, but when you have, you can probably go back in my video and notice this, or you can just keep an eye for this when you join Discord. But if there are unread messages, but those unread messages are not tags, there's going to be like a little like red ball here. But there won't be any number. It's actually like a red circle with a white dot in the middle. So, and I think one of the other things everyone is going to want to know is, how do I change my profile picture? So what I just clicked on. Also, I'm going to do another video on using the voice chat, because a lot of people might use Discord without using the voice chat. So I'll do that as a separate video. So these are related to voice chat. Anyway, so this right here is settings. So you want to click on settings, and it's going to come up. My account is always going to be the first one. Edit. Hover this. That's how you change your avatar. You can change your name, but if you try to change it too much, it gives you problems. You can also change, usually you can change your nickname within a server by right-clicking. But sometimes the admins, the default is for everyone to have that ability, but let me find a message for myself so that I can demonstrate this particular server. I know has made it so that people don't have that ability. So right click my name, and that option is not there. That option is not there because the admins took it away. One of the admins made people not able to do that. Now I'm going to show you another thing. Because I own this server, I automatically have all of the permissions. So when you are an admin, when you've been given the permissions from the server owner or the admins, you can change other people's nicknames. And it gives you like a little warning there. Freedom. It can be too long. I think this will be too long. Let me show you. Yeah, must be 32 or less. So that was enough. So eventually it's gonna refresh and his name is gonna appear like that on this server. And when somebody has a different nickname, this is his name, and then this is his nickname tied to that particular server itself. And this is like a private server, so nobody's going to see that but me and him. He might not see it, I don't know. But anyway, I think that's the basics. I think I'll do another video on how to use voice chat. But for now, I think that's pretty much everything you're going to need. So just to review, these are your individual servers. These are your channels. This is the meat where the messages reside. This is generally your member list. You can tuck it away. Pins. And you can hover over everything and it's going to tell you what it is. Mentions, search. That doesn't tell you when you hover it, but it says right there, search. And this is kind of a universal, the magnifying glass there. Help, question mark, that's kind of universal. Direct messages. Also, if somebody messages you, it's gonna pop up. In fact, let's do this. Just to show you what it looks like when you get a DM. If he sees that and he goes ahead and DMs me, it's gonna push my servers down, and his logo is gonna come up here. Hopefully, anyone, did he see it? Anyone? see. Okay, so maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll have that set up in another video. So I think, oh, there you go. So, I just pointed with my finger. You can't see that. So that's, you can also rewind and see like how he popped up. That's always going to give you a notification. I have a 1 here in addition to having a tag in a channel. So then when I click on it, it's going to go away. Those that fight for socialism fight for slavery. You know it. Oops. And then when I hit enter, the new message tag went away. It was right here. So, which you can rewind and see. So, I think that should be a really, really good, explanation of how to use Discord. The only thing I really didn't cover is how to use the voice chat, because a lot of people don't use that. But this should get you started, and voice chat, I'll do that in another video. So thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I will see you all next time.